Parties Podcast, WATP.
Patrick Michael, Paddy Brokenskull, Paddy C Cups, Paddy Pukewater. He recently put out a post talking directly to me, complaining that I review all the stuff that he puts up, which is not true because he's been doing a ton of music stuff lately. And actually, he's been emailing the Patreon whenever he goes live. So I've actually caught him live a couple times this week, which is really boring because he's just playing this music that he's been doing. He's not really talking very much. So he finally sits down and he wants to do a podcast. And of course, like Paddy is, he's very confused as to whether he wants to be doing it or not and how he feels about it.
But anyways, you guys know what we're here for. I'm excited about this. Not really. Truth is, I come in here, I start recording, and in my head I'm thinking, well, this is going to suck. It's going to be boring. I'm going to hate it. I'm not going to have anything to talk about. And then by the end, I'm actually pretty excited and happy with the final product. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing.
I mean, the guy's in his own head at all times.
Yeah.
He's just overthinking everything. He's like, should I say I'm excited? I probably shouldn't have said I'm excited because I suck and this sucks, but it's okay sometimes, right? Like, I listen back, I'm like, this is pretty good. But is it though? I don't think so. Probably not. Don't forget I said that. Like, what? This is how you start?
Yeah, it's amazing that he can get anything done at all.
Yeah. He seems paralyzed by his own insecurity. And Jody B points out in the Discord, yeah, that note to me saying that I make fun of everything he does. He does an MMA podcast that we've never reviewed. And he also started doing that new podcast with that MMA guy because they would get together and chew the shit for the first 15, 20 minutes. And then that turned into a show. And I've checked out a couple episodes of that. It's very boring. So I haven't really done any reviews on that.
So there.
But this is another one where only Patrick Michael can say something like this.
So I've heard the song, but I didn't listen to the song, if that's fair.
I've heard the song, but I didn't listen to it, if that's fair. I don't know what that means.
Is he being philosophical? Or?
I don't know. Oh, God, John, I didn't get the clip, but John again the other day goes, if a tree falls in the forest, does anyone hear it? It's like, that's not the fucking saying. It's not what that means.
Is it loud?
You fucking idiot. So he is now doing some death metal vocals, his scream vocals to songs that we're familiar with. Uptown Funk. So that takes a fun song and makes it awful. I don't know who would enjoy that version of it.
I talked about this on my show, a recent episode. I got in a dust up with Patrick Michael.
Oh, did you?
In the Patreon comments.
Oh.
You pay, so you probably didn't get this message, but he started bitching at the free tier people because I joined on the free tier because I was waiting for something to show up. No, I'm just like, well, maybe he'll start putting out a show, and if episodes start coming out on a regular basis, maybe I would consider spending $2. So he just starts yelling at everybody in the free tier. Oh, what is $2 too much for you? Like, what the fuck?
I gotta start doing that. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Start yelling at the poor.
And I go, I'm just in the free tier. I put content on my free tier for people to maybe like entice them into joining.
Yeah.
And so I said, sometimes people put content in the free tier. Then I don't go on and like bitch at people for 8 quarters. And he starts saying, well, your show sucks. And he has no idea what my show. He's never. No. He doesn't even know. He didn't go watch free content. He doesn't know what the name of the show is. He's just like, oh, your shit sucks. I mean, he's right, but he doesn't know that he's right.
Yeah.
So then he starts emailing me directly.
Oh, wow.
And just saying that.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Was it like,
I don't exactly.
Fuck me or fight me?
Basically. But in the end, I was just like, dude, you got any tips on how to put on a good show? Because you're fucking cautionary tale at best. And then I just unsubscribed from his Patreon. I was just like, I don't fucking need this in my life. I don't
you got turned off by your interaction with Patrick?
I was like, you can just watch your Patreon numbers go down. It's fine.
Oh, man.
That's what he wants until he doesn't want that. And then that's not what he wants. And then he asks you to sign up. And then he says, no, you can't find me and I'll block you. This show, I mean, the kind of dissonance is all over the place. Rusty Mert says, I love that Carl said chew the shit. I caught myself too, because now I'm starting to do the things that annoy me about like John or other people.
Yeah.
And it's just like how Chad started doing the hype train to goof on Aaron, and then all of a sudden it's like that's his thing now, doing the hype train. It's like, no, I'm saying chew the shit as if that's how I talk.
And cheers.
If you start lip smacking, I'm out of here.
Yeah, no shit. The lip smacking with John. Out of control, as Gary in San Diego will tell you. So he plays this song, Uptown Funk, his version, the Screamo version.
Oh, yeah.
And then wraps it up with this.
All right, so there it is. A little metal version of the infamous and famous Uptown Funk Bruno Mars track.
Does anyone know what infamous means? Why do people think things are infamous? That song is not infamous. It's a very catchy pop song. It was very popular when it came out.
It's just famous.
It's just
famous.
Yes, it's just famous.
Infamous.
Not infamous.
The infamous El Guapo.
All right, so Paddy's very proud of this work he's been doing lately. He's been generating AI music, and he's all about it.
Now, I think I'm going to show this too, and then we'll get into some dumb AI-generated music, because I love it as well. As dumb as it is, I'm having a great time doing it, and it's coming out better than I ever imagined. It's essentially like being a label owner and having a great song and giving it to each person, saying, show me what you have. Show me what your thoughts on this song could be. I would like to hear it.
It's like being a label owner
That's insane.
and then telling people,
Show me what you got. Show me what you got. I want to see what you got.
I don't think he knows what owning a label means.
I'm proud of it.
It sounds like being a pimp.
I'm
Right.
proud of typing a prompt into my computer and the computer doing all the work for me. I'm proud of that.
Well, you're right. I thought for sure, because he's talking about how when you go and generate AI music, you can make it instrumental. So I assumed that he was doing this thing that he does with all this other music that's actually recorded, where he's making AI metal tracks and then screaming over them. I assume that's what he was doing. Mm-hmm. But apparently he's doing what you're talking about, just letting the AI do all the singing and everything. But he gets very confused. He plays another one of these tracks where he just does the freestyle screaming over metal music, and then he says this.
That's the most recent me doing vocals. Well, not the most recent, but it's pretty damn close, at least as far as covers are concerned. I've done some original stuff here.
That's the most recent me doing vocals. We listen to Paddy so much that we just gloss by the way he phrases things.
Yes.
That's the most recent me doing vocals. Well, maybe not. It's like, no one's going to call you on it. You could have just left it there. I would have been like, that's bullshit. He posted another thing that was even more recent. Right. It's like, oh, you know what? No, I think I did a couple things since then. My bad. So
He gets hung up.
he gets very
everything
hung
he
up. And
says.
this is a great example of that. This is a very long explanation to set up the next song that he's going to play for us.
Hopefully you enjoy. Again, it's my lyrics, and this is what AI is creating from my lyrics and my song structure. Because when you input these lyrics into this app, you also have to decide where the intro is, where a breakdown would go, where a chorus would go, all that shit. So, of course, I'm learning as I go. And some of the stuff makes more sense than some of the other stuff. Meaning, some of the lyrics I've put together, it's just random shit, and the song makes no sense, whereas the other stuff, it's like, oh, this is fucking sounds like an actual song. I don't know why I'm overly explaining this. Either way, this song is called Value, and it seems to be a female singing the song. So here we go.
I have to say, I'm liking Paddy's transition into FM DJ. This is one of the better formats that he's done. I like when he reads his scary stories. I like when he reviews movies. But now him like talking up songs and going through it, it's just the first 20 minutes of this podcast is just, okay, this next song is blah, 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 blah. And then he fades up, and then it plays a little bit, and then it fades out, and then he talks about it a little bit more. And do you want to hear one of these AI songs that he's working on?
Of course I do.
Of course you do, Andy.
Calm down.
Let's hear what he's up to here.
All right, that is a fun song. I like the way it turned out.
So he is appreciating the work that he's doing.
Well, that's what I was going to say about the last portion that you play where he's like, I don't know why I'm over explaining this. Oh, I do, because you're trying to take credit for something artificial intelligence did better than anything you could ever possibly do.
This would be like if you played a video game and then told your friends you wrote a movie.
Yeah.
It's like, no. You actually had almost nothing to do with that.
Yeah. Did you see me? I did that double jump. That double jump you just watched in that video game, I pressed the button that made the character
I'll bet he's done that
while he was
before.
flipping.
I'm sure he has. Yeah. I'm sure he's had the sickest Fortnites ever. So, but as he's playing
In
these
an actual
songs,
fort.
as he's playing these
Blanket
songs,
Fortnite.
he goes through his assessment of what he thinks about the music that he's playing that he created.
Even after adding these new lyrics like I did and making it like an official track, still didn't hit the way I thought it would, but it does slap pretty hard.
Doesn't hit the way I thought it would, but it does slap pretty hard. Everything he says is a disagreement with himself. He's constantly arguing with himself.
Imagine how inebriated we would be if it was a drinking game.
Oh, God. Should we do that?
Well, I am thirsty.
I mean, we might want to catch Ray DeVito in Buffalo tonight, so we might have to pace ourselves a little bit. Although, I've seen him do stand-up before. We might want to be shit-faced for that. Might not be the worst thing that we could do. All right, so this is just a funny thing. Every now and again, it's never when he thinks he's being funny. He says very funny stuff.
All right, I guess the theme of that last track was eat shit. Not a bad theme.
Not a bad theme. Not a bad theme at all. So, like I said, I was enjoying this. He's kind of talking up what he did, what he was going for, where he put the choruses, all these different details in this bullshit AI music. This one's not his best work as far as the talk up goes.
Anyways, this next one I don't think is going to be nearly as heavy. It is called Make Sense. And, yep.
I also like he goes, I don't think this is going to be nearly as heavy. It's like, well, you've heard this before, right? That's why you're playing it on your show? I don't think it's going to be as heavy as the last one. You should probably just know. And, yep.
Is that the name of the song?
Dynamite talk.
Now, you showed me one that you created.
Yes.
How long does it take to type in those words and have it created?
All right. Well, I'll answer that question with an example.
Okay.
I went to ChatGPT today, and I put in a few fun facts about our friend Paddy C Cups. Okay. And I said, ChatGPT, write me a rap song about this fella. And it spit out lyrics. And then I posted that into Udio and said, 80s rap. And I put those lyrics in, and this is what we got.
Yo, it's Paddy C Cups rolling down the block. Got a podcast popping like Freddie Rock with his red hair blazing and his metal vocal screaming. Mic in his hand, the crowd's open screaming. Pedal to the metal on his bike he rides through the cornfields of Indiana. He never hide. Got a pair of gauges in his ears looking so fly. But his tattoos, man, they're a solid. Oh my! Paddy C Cups, he's the king of the scene. Rocking dollars and no friends, you know what I mean. With his comedy dreams and the bird creature me. He's living life flaws like a stand-up dream team. Dudes are messed like a kid with a crayon. Dragging on his form, but it looks like a brand man. That's scary Gary Indiana giving him chills. He'll ride through the nightmares no matter the thrills.
I haven't even listened this far yet. Still going.
That's an awesome instrumental break.
Yeah.
The whoopee cushion.
Yeah.
Featuring Dane Cook.
God, they're really stretching for time on this thing. I don't know why they're doing those.
What's bigger than a car dog bouncing in the clock? Got a podcast popping like a tree will try. When it's just anger and hate is held to the crown. With the full automated tail that go right on mounds. God, mother fever puts on the ounce, but I meant give a God and Lord give him a great fat saying. Listen to all want to hear Southern pop to you one time. Know if you want the child home, I got cuss. This the bulls with the brother of the
All right, they're losing me on this.
Yeah, dude.
That just sound like
They
gibberish.
really captured Paddy because I know it's English, but I don't know what it means.
Yeah, I know.
That's
It's
crazy.
the 8 fingers on your left hand version of 80s
Yeah,
rap.
what the fuck was going on there? For a
insane.
while it seemed to work, but I didn't touch it. I just grabbed the lyrics and it posted. I just pasted it in just to see what it would sound
And the whole
like.
process took how long?
Let me ask you, are you proud of that?
No, it took me 73 seconds
Okay.
to do that.
he's flexing so hard on
It's
this
crazy.
shit. And
He's doing a whole show. I mean, he dodoes these long, like I was saying, he does these streams now, these live streams where he's just playing this music.
it's like printing out someone else's artwork saying, I made this.
Yeah, I'm my printer.
Yeah.
I printed this on my printer, the Mona Lisa. Isn't that amazing? It's great stuff. All right, so as he's doing this talk up, he starts to get a little bit disorganized and starts to get a little haphazard.
Now, of course, I cut that off a little short, and I had to simply because I'm thinking, hey, guys, isn't it weird how good it's getting? Right? Like, it seems to be progressing very quickly. That sounds like a band. And as I continued to listen to the song, the more I started to hear what band I think it would sound like if I was to put it right next to anything that they've done. And it's August Burns Red. That's the guitars, the drums, everything about it, even the vocals, sounds like August Burns Red. I don't know if you guys know the band. If you do, you know that I'm spot on there. But how strange. We're going to play this next one. I don't know what it's going to be. We'll kind of decide in the edit because I'm looking for something specific. And as I said, 250 of these, and I don't have any order, nor do I know which ones I've already played. So here we go.
God damn it. I thought he was doing so good. I was really proud of him. Like, okay, this is kind of interesting. You know, obviously I did an episode similar to this. We won't speak of it here.
Okay.
But I did an episode where I talked up songs and we played music. I'm like, this might be his calling. He's talking about why he did the song and what he was going for and stuff. And they're just like, I don't know what this is going to be. I'll probably cut it short. I'm not sure. It was 250 songs that I've created. They're all over the place. Also, I love that he's blown away that AI music sounds like a band he's heard before. It's like, where do you think it's learning to make AI music? It's from all the bands that you've heard before.
Yeah, I don't want to brag, but I noticed lately the Isotopes have been sounding like a band.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
Just saying.
It's kind of a knock against August Burns Red, whoever they are.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Gotta check that out.
Well, like my buddy Rick Beato said, he's playing this AI music. He did a video not too long ago on his YouTube channel. And he said, we've been working so hard to make music sound like computers for so long with all the auto-tuning and the pitch correction and getting all of the drums exact to a click. And it's like, well, yeah, are you surprised that computers can now do this themselves? It's like, that's what we've turned music into already. So yeah, of course, a program could just kick out a Sum 41 song. And you're like, yeah, it sounds like it's off their new album. Sure, why not? So I guess he plays a song that he doesn't like. He didn't think it was very good.
Okay, now if I'm being honest, guys, 100%, I probably wouldn't even listen to that song. Like, that would just be like a tertiary track on somebody's fucking album that you'd be like, okay, there's nothing really happening in here. It's just consistent noise.
Why'd you play it?
But also, it is a very much my type of song in the sense that
I was waiting for it.
A lot of my, how do I want to say this, metaphors or whatever are based on weather. It's always based on some sort of goddamn weather. I'm always talking about weather in some form or the other when it comes to this. When it comes to writing lyrics. I don't know why. But hey, sunshine, it's another sunrise. Blah, blah, blah. Damn it. You know, just when I was thinking I only had maybe 4 of those songs, I have 7.
All right, I don't want to get too nitpicky here, but is a sunrise weather? Hey, Carol, what's the weather like outside? Dawn. That's not how weather works. Remember when he used to freak out about the rain in Indiana?
Yeah.
He does like weather a lot. I guess when you're a boring person with not a lot going on in your life, you can just be like, oh, there's weather outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if I'm going to take credit for all these other things that I typed into a computer, I have to take credit for that one because I typed the thing in there just because it made something that I didn't like. I still typed the shit. So
Andy, you don't understand.
Still my song.
He's got to figure out where to put the choruses and the breakdown parts.
Yeah.
Like, I was trying to do the breakdown as the intro. That didn't work. So then I started putting it to the second chord. It's crazy when I've learned about crafting these AI songs. So one more clip from this episode.
I'm having a good time. I don't know if you are. I know we're not live or anything, but there's sort of a vibe, right? All right. Whatever. Let's see what this is. It says Shy 2.
Tough crowd.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny. Just like, this is going good, right? You guys are all enjoying this? I mean, I know I'm not talking to anyone.
He's talking to a stuffed animal.
Yeah, this is pretty good, right? People are,
I mean, going to a funeral is a vibe. It's not a fun one.
yeah, it's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Now, the next section of this episode, because it's like 2 hours long, is all about, he finally reveals his YouTube channel. Remember, he's been saying, if you're smart enough, you'll find it. So he finally reveals it and starts talking about his thoughts behind the YouTube channel, his new comedy one, Comedy Capone. So we'll break that down in the future episode of WATP. I didn't want to get Paddy overload for us today. I thought just breaking down his music section. He always does this now. Every episode talks about his scream vocals. He really thinks he's the best at it.
You know, it's funny how we're always surprised at how confused he is about things, because I always think back to how we discovered him, and that was Chewed Gum.
Yes.
He didn't even get movie reviews right.
No.
And that's pretty easy to do. Just talk about the movie.
Yeah, did you like it? Did you
Talks about how long the movie is.
Yeah. Yeah, how long it took to film. Yeah. Stupid random facts.
Who are these podcasts?